Hey, what's going on, guys? Applepie here, back with another video, and today I'm doing a little bit of a personal rig update. So I haven't been putting out the best quality content for you guys.
Every time I close my eyes, it's like a dark paradise. No one compares to you.
Because my rig back behind me is dying. I will have some footage over me talking right now. Okay. Okay, guys. So, I wanted to kind of pause the video right here because this is like I recorded this video on Monday, and today's Thursday. So, yeah, I got a couple things to show you guys that I recently bought for my computer because my graphics card's actually completely died. So now I have no GPU in my computer, so I had to go and spend roughly $1,000 on it. So, first thing that I bought, let me go to the tracking number. Okay, so right here, you guys can see on my phone, hopefully, you guys can see right here, Republic of Gamers Strix GeForce GTX 1080 Ti graphics card. So you guys are wondering, Nick, this graphics card is going for a lot more money than you had said to us. So, let me just go on my phone and type in Strix Amazon. Perfect. The OC edition. I didn't get the OC edition, but that's the one I wanted to get. Okay, so right here, this is the overclock edition. So this one just recently came back in stock, but it's just a tiny little boost clock improvement between the base clock and the boost clock. You make it look better, but it's really just a 50 to 60 megahertz improvement. So you want to go down here and look at new and used. Look down here. They're going for crazy amounts of money. $1,249 for a graphics card. $1,400 roughly. B&H Photo. Okay, so this is the one that I bought right there. $779. That is the MSRP for that card. That is a steal. And since they're in New York, you don't have to pay for taxes. I would have to spend another $100 in taxes and shipping fees if I were to buy it from Amazon. That is nuts. This card is coming on Monday, the 17th, and I got a sign for it. I would have expected that. And so let me go to the next thing I bought. Right here. This one's a lot easier to look at because all I gotta go to is new egg order history. So I call it Egghead because I just wanted to joke around. So look at this power supply. So since my card has two 8-pin power connectors, considering my 1070 had two 6-pin, that's saying a lot. So I bought the RMX 750X. Okay, so you guys see right there that I bought it for $107.24. That is including taxes. Right here, guys. So you guys can really see right there. That right there, you guys can see $130 roughly. I thought it was $149. Then it's on sale for $100, and then it's on sale again for mail-in rebate. So in total, it's an $80 power supply. That is a complete steal because you can't even get the 500-watt version of this brand of this series. Here, let me show you guys. 550 watts right here. You can't even get a 550 watt of the same series for that price. You spend $10 more and you get 200 watts less. That is amazing. It's because I had to buy that. I had to buy the RM750X because my power supply in my computer, it's pre-built, so it's not compatible with the GTX 1080 Ti. So now I'm on this laptop. I got my little mini set up with my Astros and everything. So I'm kind of living large right here on my laptop. Thank God I had this laptop, man. I don't know what I've been doing with my life. I might have had to go back to consoles. That's like a disease right there. I'm not going back to consoles. Never. Never. I might have just had to fly that thing for a little bit. Just selling all my Legos. Trying to earn some more money until I can buy some parts for my computer upstairs. And the InWin 805 Infinity. That case I was trying to buy. Guess how much that case is? Retail, $250. I go through this later in the video. It's selling on Amazon and Newegg for $700. You could buy another 1080 Ti for that price. What the heck? Man, this is such a pain in the butt. I'm just gonna wait till that thing comes back in stock. That's the next thing I'm buying. Anyway, but I'm gonna put you back in the current video that you guys were watching. So ready? And well, my GPU would get up to 200 degrees Fahrenheit or 91 degrees Celsius. The GPU fans would kind of turbo boost, and then it would try to cool it down like 3 degrees, but it wouldn't work. So I'd have to. The card would thermal throttle a lot. So in the middle of games like Overwatch, Player Unknown Battlegrounds, Call of Duty, Forza Horizon 3, any game you can think of, any AAA title that the computer can play, it'll freeze and lock up on you, and then it'll kind of back off. It's like when you hit the 100% CPU usage on a single core, then it kind of freezes, and then it'll back off the usage. That's kind of what's happening on this computer behind me. And I did some diagnostics, and I figured it's got a Z170 Dell motherboard, so it's got an Alienware motherboard in it, because that's what it came with. It's kind of like a rebranded Alienware motherboard, but it's one of the Alien motherboards that would come in their tower, not their Alienware 51, but there are other lower end models. I don't follow Dell. I personally don't like Dell because I had some seriously bad customer service experiences with them. Video coming soon, coming this Friday, and I got into Asus ROG. They're like I feel like they're the Macs. They're the Apple of Windows computers because those ROG's Zephyrus, thinner than the MacBook Air. That's a thin laptop. I'll put a picture on the screen right in front of my face. But that is a crazy laptop. It's got a full 1080 graphics card in there. But it's got Max Q, so I think it's like 30% different than the full 1080 in a laptop. But I got a full 1070 in this laptop, so a lot better performance. So let me take you through my laptop. I'm gonna launch some OBS. Okay, while this computer loads an OBS update, because it's really retarded that it's got to update all of a sudden when I don't use this laptop very much. This desktop behind me has got an i7 6700 Skylake locked processor. You can find one online for roughly $200 to $50 to 200 and like 75 or 80 bucks on Amazon, brand new. But I wanna go for the faster i7, basically. This one's the locked processor back here. I wanna give eventually this computer to my little brother, or he'll buy it off of me. One of the two. I'll give it to him as a Christmas present. Hopefully I have everything built for my new computer. Maybe not. Maybe I'll give it to him for a birthday present next year. I really want to give him this computer. Or I will leave it as a test bench for some GPUs. So in order to cool that awesome i7 7700K, I'm going to try to get it to 5 gigahertz overclock. So if we're going to be overclocking any i7 or any processor, especially AMD, those things are toasters. Those things you can leave in a room, in a cold room in like Antarctica, and it'll warm your room by a huge amount. So I want to get the Corsair H100i V2 from Corsair. It's a CPU cooler. It's an AIO. An AIO is an all-in-one cooler. So it's basically a self-contained water cooling loop that you do not have to do anything with. Okay, OBS has launched. And I'll be leaving the PC part picker list. This, I don't think, will be completely the final result, but it'll be down in the description. So you guys can go and check that out if you guys want to down below. Okay, I realize that the H100i V2 will be coming with some thermal compound, but I want to get the best out of my i7 when it comes to cooling, because my 970 and my desktop, that thing does not stay cool for very long. So I want to go with the Arctic Silver 5 high density polysynthetic silver 3.5 gram thermal paste from Outlet PC. That is a $6 thermal paste. So when I get that, I will take off my little brother's heatsink off his i7 2600 locked, and I will reapply that with this thermal compound, because it is the highest rated thermal compound that I know of. It's got several thousand eggs, 5-star eggs on Newegg. It's got several thousand 5-star reviews on Amazon, so it's the #1. All these builders use them, all these big companies use them, so I'm gonna use it. Next, I'm gonna actually click on them this time so you guys can actually see them. For a motherboard, I'm going with the Asus Maximus 9 Hero ATX for my LGA 1151 socket. This is a Z270 board, so as you guys can see right here. For now, my i7 6700, sorry, will fit in this motherboard and work completely fine, but it's better supported with the i7 7700K or Kaby Lake 1151 socket. So the reason why I went with that is because, as you guys can see here, with overclocking, you're gonna need BIOS switches on the side, and you guys don't see here, you guys don't see any Wi-Fi or Bluetooth connections right here, and that's because in this desktop behind me, it came with an M.2 Bluetooth and Wi-Fi module. So if I were to need Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, then I just throw that into my new computer, and because this motherboard has 2 M.2 slots, so I can upgrade one of them to put an NVMe SSD in it, and then have the other one as the Wi-Fi card. If I don't need the Wi-Fi card, then I can take that out and put another one in it and do RAID 0 or RAID 10, whatever you want to do in terms of RAID. I've got a lot of USB ports that I need. I have a USB card on my computer behind me because stupid Dell, they only come with 4 ports on the back of the motherboard. You serious? Who has 4 USB ports? Only 4, I mean. I got a microphone. I got a capture card. I got audio. And I got USB port extension. That's why you guys see the TP-Link thing on there. I'll show it to you. I'll do some B-roll on it. It's really dusty, so don't criticize me for that. It's got a DisplayPort. I am really messing up my connections today. It's got DisplayPort 1.2, so that is 4K 30 Hertz, or 1080 60 Hertz, or 100 Hertz. It'll do both, I think. And this is HDMI 1.4, so it'll do 4K 30. It won't do 4K 60, that's HDMI 2.0. So you got 4 USB 2.0 ports, and you got 4 3.0 ports, and you got a gigabit LAN, and then you got 2 USB 3.1 headers. So you get a Type A and you get a Type C. That's not Thunderbolt. I would want Thunderbolt, but I don't need Thunderbolt. This entire case build has got 2 Type C ports on it, so that's pretty nice. It's got all your audio needs on it. My Astro A40TR headset with Mixamp, that's got SPDIF connector or SPDIF connector, whatever you want to call it. So I plug that into there. Currently I have it plugged into my PS4, and I switch it between my PS4 and Xbox One. So right here is your M.2 slot. So it is NVMe supported. Here are some of your fan connectors. You guys can see them right there. There's a 3-pin, there's 2 4-pin, there's another 4-pin. These are all your SATA 6 gig. There are 6 SATA 6 gig. This is an RGB heatsink on your Z270 chipset, so that is really nice to see, but it's covered by most graphics cards. I believe that is your, yes, that is your second NVMe slot, and then there's your 4 RAM slots. Here is the side. This is the cover for all of the parts that are right there. This is mainly why I got it, because when I boot up the system, I can put the CPU in it, and then take the HDMI and put it to my TV, and then I can turn it on and see if it posts out of the case. So that's why I don't need to short 2 connectors together. and there's a reset and a save, and I don't know what the other button does. But here are the two SLI. This is the PCIe 16x slot or 8x slot, because if you do SLI, it'll go to 8x for both. This is a PCIe 8x slot too, so that's nice to see it as SLI support. This is basically just another view of it. You guys may be wondering why I didn't go for the Strix edition. I didn't go for the Strix edition because it doesn't have enough of the USB ports that I wanted. Here, let me show you. You got it here. Z270E. So it's either I go with the Z270E board right here, which is a little less, it's a little more than that actually. And here, let me show you. Let me go to the pictures. And here is the I/O right here. You got DVI. Who uses DVI these days? Yeah, I do. Because these two monitors behind me, they're more expensive than any HDMI monitor relative in price. Because those things behind me have extremely good color correction because they're Dell monitors. The only thing I'd buy from Dell again is a monitor. To be honest with you, I'd buy a monitor and that's it. So you guys can see right here, it goes with two of the same ports that me got on the other board. It's got no USB 2.0 ports. It's got Wi-Fi and Bluetooth 4.1. I don't need Wi-Fi really because there's a modem behind me that my computer's plugged in all the time. So I don't need that. And if I do need Wi-Fi, I've got a USB Wi-Fi card. So, or I got a M.2 Wi-Fi card in my computer too. So it comes with. I don't need a PS2 port because I have some PS2 mouse and keyboards, but I don't need them. It's got the same audio chipset, same gigabit LAN. It's got 4 USB 2.0 ports. 4 USB 3.0 ports. I need more than that. That's nuts. Even though it is Strix, this motherboard here, the Maximus 9 Hero, has more RGB support. I don't know why they would do that because this is all RGB. It comes with a coaster. Seriously. CPU installation tool. I know how to install a CPU. I built a computer before. I built several computers before. So that's why I went with that. Ho ho ho. If you guys haven't seen anything, any reasons why yet, I'm going RGB crazy. So I'm gonna change the speed of the RAM, but I'm getting G.Skill Trident Z RGB RAM, 32 gigs to be exact. I'm changing the speed because I need a little bit more faster RAM. So this is 4 by 4 gig. 4 by 8 gig. So each stick's got 8 gigs of RAM in it. So this is Asus Aura support. This entire build is going to be Aura support, so I can control everything from one software only, and I'm going to be super proud of myself if this all works correctly. So there are 5 RGBs, I believe, in each stick of RAM, so that's a lot of RGBs you can control. So I'm gonna swap the RAM out really quickly while I'm on camera. Edit ports list. And my computer's about to die. Okay, so choose memory. Trident Z. Not TT. Trident Z. RGB. 32 gig. 3,000, 3,200. Wow, this is cheaper than the one I was gonna get, I believe. I'll have to relook the footage when I edit it. So I'm gonna get 3,200 megahertz RAM because that'll really help with the video. Come on, Canon, you gotta really make your movie recording a lot higher up in time. So if I have enough money to do this, I don't really need these. I don't really need this, but it's nice to have a big hard drive in a computer. So I want to get a Seagate Barracuda Pro, 8 terabyte, 7200 RPM internal hard drive. That's just for mass storage all my videos. With this higher quality content I'm trying to do, it'll be a lot more data. So then I can use my current 1 terabyte hard drive that I have in there as a game hard drive where I download all my Steam games, and I can hot swap them between PCs so that I can test the games and see what's working and what's not. So here is my GPU. I'm getting an Asus again, GeForce GTX 1080 Ti 11 gig Strix gaming video card. So here's the Strix part in this thing. This, I'm getting chills because I can't wait to get this thing. I'm not getting the overclocked version because I know how to overclock safely. There are tons of tutorials on YouTube to know how to overclock. And you don't have to pay 30 bucks to get an overclocked version of this card. You can push the overclocked one a lot further anyway. This base is roughly 1643 megahertz for the base clock, and you can push that up to 21, I would say. So I'm gonna push it up to the base overclock for the overclocked card, but I can save a lot of money. Oh, core clock, boost clock, 1700. It'll do SOI support. Oh, it comes with a fan. Yeah, it comes with 3 fans. Thanks, Captain Obvious Picture. Okay, so here's the case I'm gonna get relatively soon because my computer is starving for air. I gotta really cut this recording relatively fast. So I'm gonna do the InWin 805 Infinity ATX case. This case, if you guys haven't seen anything with this case, InWin 805 805 Infinity images. Oh, hallelujah, hallelujah. Okay, so you guys are gonna love this case when I get done with it, because see right here, this is basically everything that's Aura support. Everything in here is Aura supported. So that's gonna be, as all the cool kids will call it, lit. So I don't like saying slang words. They make me sound retarded. So here's the power supply. I'm gonna go with a fully modular power supply approach. No Thermaltake RGB power supply because those things are really expensive. So I'm gonna get Corsair RMX 750 watt 80 plus gold fully certified modular ATX power supply. Ha la 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 la, that's a lot. So this is fully modular. This entire build is roughly 500 watts, so it'll have a lot of headroom to move on. This power supply should last me a long time, because there's a saying, the cheap ends up expensive. The expensive stays the same, because it's good build quality. So that's roughly $109, so that's a really good deal. So here are all the case fans and monitors and controllers and all the rest of this stuff. So these are the Cooler Master Master Fan Pro. So I got 2. You're gonna say there's 5 fans here. Why are 2 of them look different? They're all the same exact size, but I'm gonna be changing these 2 on the Cooler Master on the Corsair H100i V2 because I just want to make them RGB. So I did some research, and the air pressure fans will work better on an AIO cooler because it forces a lot of air, but not necessarily the faster, but it pushes a lot of air. So that'll be good on the front because there's only an inch, like that big of a gap, for breathing room on the case. So I'll probably get these fans relatively fast, but I won't cool them. I won't make RGB on them, but I'll probably have like blue RGB lighting because there's a blue, red, and there's RGB. So, yep, I'll do that because this motherboard behind me doesn't have any RGB support. So I'll have to either get a remote for it. I don't want to spend any extra money that I don't have to. So there's all those. Here, if Newegg, if you're watching this video, which I seriously doubt you aren't, I hope we can do the sponsorship, not to spoil anything, because I hope we can get, because hopefully Newegg will send me a 1080 Ti Strix and these 3 monitors so I can do a cool setup for you guys. Not necessarily for me, but for somebody else. So here's the RGB controller. Right here, this is the Silverstone LSB01. So here's what it looks like. It's roughly a $30 controller. It's got 8 ports. It is RS Sync enabled. It's ASRock, Gigabyte, and MSI. So it's pretty nice. It's got 8 fan ports. It's got the USB out. It's got all these other things so you can plug it into your controller. We gotta really speed up, and I can't mess up much. So, and then the last thing here is RGB strips. So, the in-wing case comes with one, I think it's like 3 or 4 foot RGB strips. So I'll put that in the main one. And I think I'm pretty good at cable management, if I don't say it myself. Nathan, if you're watching this, comment down below and see if I did a good job on your computer. I think I did. I'm really proud of myself. So here is, here it's a custom part, so it's 20 bucks. But it's a magnetic RGB LED strip. So it's just the cable only because I don't need to spend an extra 10 bucks on a controller that I will probably never use. So it's good to get all that stuff as cheap as you can. So these monitors are FreeSync panels. They're 60 Hz FreeSync 4K panels. They've got HDMI 2.0 and DVI. They don't have any DVI. They got 2 HDMI 1.4s. Still, that's regular 1080p. So I can put my PS4 and Xbox One into there, or my Elgato into there. And each one of them has got two of those, and then one 4K HDMI and one 4K DVI. No, DisplayPort. 7% battery. So I'm gonna just cut this recording. I'm gonna turn on my laptop now. So my 1080 Ti has got 2. They're all 4K capable. The max resolution you can do on that is 8K. So that's saying a lot. That is 4 4K panels put together as one big panel. So that's good. This thing can power 2 external 4K panels. So that is really nice. Can you stop recording, you darn thing? Thank you. Now I can turn you off. And that is outstandingly good. And so I can run those 3 panels at 4K. But what I'll probably do is I'll run a game at 4K, and then I might turn the other 2 panels off. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll run them all at 1080p. I don't know, because I don't really need the 4K. It's just extra room. But anyway, stay tuned for extra videos. I'm gonna be showing you guys how to turn a potato laptop into a beast gaming performance laptop, because my brother's laptop is a potato and I'm gonna upgrade it. So stay tuned for all that. I gotta go. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.